Disabled Colliers. This editorial addresses the plight of disabled coal miners in Pakistan. Qadim Fakir, not his real name, 27, still remembers the fateful day nearly 4 years ago when the 200-meter deep coal mine he was working in collapsed. Fateful day means a day that had serious, life-changing consequences. Days later, when he regained consciousness, he found himself paralyzed waist down. Regained consciousness means woke up after being unconscious. Paralyzed waist down means he lost movement in his lower body. He never walked again. Never walked again indicates permanent disability, meaning he could no longer walk. Struggling with scores of injuries, applications, affidavits, photocopies, attestations, certificates, x-rays, and hospital reports, he still awaits the release of the promised Rs. 300,000, the meager compensation promised to permanently disabled miners. Scores of means a large number of. Meager compensation means a very small or insufficient amount of money. Abid Yar, General Secretary of the Shangla Coal Mine Workers Association, says that 8,543 miners in the past 40 years had become permanently disabled either because of an initial accident or having developed other diseases as a result of prolonged exposure to coal dust in the mines. Prolonged exposure means being subjected to harmful conditions over a long period. Halim Khan, General Secretary of the Pak Central Mines Labor Federation, has compiled data for 237 miners who died in mine accidents across Pakistan in 2024. Compiled data means he gathered and organized information. He estimates the number of disabled to be much higher. Estimates means makes an approximate calculation. The government has little data of registered coal mines, let alone the thousands of unregistered mines that operate unchecked in broad daylight. Unregistered mines means mines not officially recorded or monitored. Operate unchecked in broad daylight is an idiomatic expression, meaning they run without supervision, openly, and without control. Ironically, the disability compensation is available only to the workers of registered mines. Ironically means in a way that is opposite of what is expected. Is it a disabled miner's fault if the mine he worked in was not registered by the government? Fault means responsibility for the problem. Mine accidents, if not fatal, often leave the miners with lifelong disabilities like broken vertebrae or clogged lungs. Lifelong disabilities means permanent impairments lasting a lifetime. Broken vertebrae refers to fractures in the spinal bones. Clogged lungs means severe respiratory issues, often due to inhaling harmful substances. Receiving the government disability compensation, a mere pittance at Rs. 300,000, involves labyrinthine procedures conspicuous by complexity and runarounds. Pittance means a very small amount of money. Labyrinthine procedures means extremely complicated processes. The term labyrinthine is a metaphor comparing the process to a maze. Runarounds is an idiomatic expression meaning bureaucratic delays and endless red tape. Even injured miners are not spared complex official procedures. Or not spared means not exempt from, indicating that all, even those already injured, face similar difficulties. Consider a real-life example of a recent advertisement for grant of financial compensation to disabled miners. Consider means think about. The government expects an illiterate disabled, possibly paraplegic, miner in a remote village to accomplish the following tasks by February 20th, 2025. Why a cutoff date? Illiterate means unable to read or write. Paraplegic means a person who is paralyzed from the waist down. The cutoff date here is questioned as an arbitrary deadline. The miner must log onto a computer, go to a given website and download and print a registration form and an application form. Log on is a phrasal verb meaning to access a computer system or website. Fill, download, and print describes sequential computer-based tasks. The printed forms must then be taken to the leaseholder for his verification signature and stamp. Verification signature means an official sign-off to confirm the document's authenticity. Next, the miner must visit the District Assistant Commissioner for Mines for his approval or rejection, signature, and stamp. Approval, rejection means formal acceptance or denial. The disabled miner must also prove his disability by going to a government hospital for examination and obtaining a disability certificate. Disability certificate means an official document confirming the extent of a person's disability. This certificate, along with the X-rays and photographs of his injuries, must then be presented to the Provincial Social Welfare Department for verification and approval. Presented means submitted for review. As if this back-breaking ordeal were not enough, the disabled mine worker must also visit the Inspector of Mines to obtain a certified copy of the accident's inquiry report. Back-breaking ordeal is an idiomatic expression, meaning extremely difficult and tiring experience. The complete set of documents, that is, approved forms, copies of CNIC duly attested by a grade 17 or above officer, Schedule A, whatever that may be, an appointment letter, almost never given to a minor, signed and stamped by the leaseholder, the Social Welfare Department's approval certificate, and a certified copy of the inquiry report must be put together and submitted to the Mines Labor Welfare Department. Attested means officially verified or certified. Those familiar with bureaucratic inefficiencies can imagine the number of visits, waiting times, objections raised, and the chai pani built into each of these processes. Inefficiencies means lack of effectiveness in processes. Chai pani is a colloquial term meaning bribes or informal payments. The insurmountable requirements could take months, if not years. Insurmountable means impossible to overcome. No wonder in 2024, only 29 disabled miners could cross this hurdle in a province that is home to the largest number of disabled miners. Cross this hurdle is an idiomatic expression meaning to overcome an obstacle. There is a need to radically simplify these irrational complexities. Radically means in a fundamental or extreme way. Irrational complexities means unnecessary and overly complicated processes. Begin by implementing the 187-page ILO Code of Practice for Safety and Health in Coal Mines. ILO stands for the International Labor Organization. Code of Practice means a set of guidelines. Next, register every mine, however small, and assign a unique digital identity. Unique digital identity means a distinct identifier in a digital system. Establish a live web-based database of all mines. Live web-based database means an online system that updates in real time. Details of each miner's CNIC to avoid child labor. EOB number, appointment letter, training certificate, photograph, and safety equipment provided must be uploaded on the website before a miner is permitted to enter a mine. CNIC is the Computerized National Identity Card. EOBI refers to the Employees' Old Age Benefits Institution. Each mine's database must also include accidents, deaths, injuries, inquiry reports, and third-party audit results. Third-party audit means an independent review of the mine's records. Thus, a disabled miner would never be required to provide a single document or visit a single office if all information was already there in government records. Never required means not needed at all. The only way to break the cycle of utter incompetence, greed, and callousness of the government departments is to make the entire system digitally transparent, not just for the mining departments, but also every citizen of Pakistan. Digitally transparent means all information is available and easily accessible online. Absence of information has crippled the safety and lives of our mine workers. Crippled means severely damaged or impaired. The writer is an industrial engineer and a volunteer social activist. naimsadik@gmail.com, published in Dawn, February 16, 2025.